This is where Tyrone Mings turns into Jackie Chan and decides to try and take Cody Gakpo's soul out of his chest with his studs. I understand he does get the ball. There's a toe on the ball. I completely understand it. I think Jota should have been sent off against Tottenham, and I think Tyrone Mings should have been sent off here. How that isn't deemed dangerous play when you kick someone in the middle of their chest, and anyone who saw Cody Gakpo with his top off, Alisson Becker even done a demo for the ref when he put his foot. Look what he's done! Like put his foot next to it. Like, in what world does the ref? Do they not send him off for that? Like, I don't know. He didn't go to the monitor, did he? It was just it was a V.A.R. decision, so it wasn't a clear and obvious error. I can't understand for the life of me how you can deem someone getting kicked in the chest as not a clear. At least let the ref go and have a check.
Klopp said he looked like an Adidas sign after the game. Did you see? He literally had like 3 slashes across him. You'd think like the American Werewolf for being at him. It looks so painful. I mean, I'm with you. I think Jota should have been sent off, and I think he should have been sent off. That's it, really. But how can V.A.R. not send him the monitor for that, but then send him off for the offside for Gakpo's goal? It just baffles me. I don't understand what the protocol is in that. It's just he was literally slashed at, and his boot was high, and I mean it was dangerous play as far as I'm concerned, and I just think he should have been sent off.
What I don't get, Jamie, right, and I know this might sound really obvious, so I apologise in advance if this is really dumb, but there's a fella who looks like he's been attacked by a tiger in front of you when he's got his top off. As a referee, I don't care if you got the ball first or not. I would want to go and have a look at that. I don't know if the ref can go, listen, put the monitor on, I want to come and have a look. The fella has got a slash mark on his chest. Something's happened here. There's no... What's happened? The fact that he doesn't go, I don't know, I can't understand it. Also, by the way, he might have been the last man. Like, Gakpo might have been running through anyway. Never mind, clear and obvious goal scoring thing. I can't... The V.A.R, the process and around it, and I know Howard Webb's on the PR push to try and figure it all out, but he just stood there and told us every single time it had worked. So have a look at this. Like, how is a referee deemed someone getting karate chopped in the chest not dangerous play?
Yeah, the thing that was interesting having come on the back of that was I was amazed how much chat there is. There's the linos are saying stuff, the people in Stockley Park. And they're saying, like, there was one, it was a corner, it's like, it's an in-swinging corner from a right footer, watch for it going out. All of these minute little things, watch for handball, watch for this, watch for shirt pulls, like, they're constantly chattering. So you'd think, as soon as that challenge happened, you'd think one of the however many people, I don't know if the 4th official's got a mic, but one of the however many people who were watching it would go, possible dangerous play. And then you'd think they'd go and check it. There must be a recording somewhere of them watching that in slow motion, because he does touch a bit of more, but it's irrelevant. The categories are: is it reckless? Which you could say, yeah, because it's a bit like the old Nigel de Jong one in the World Cup final. It's like once your foot is 4 feet off the ground, you're in. Does it endanger an opponent? Well, he's got a big. Yeah, he's got a big...
Wolverine's been at his chest.
Exactly, yeah. So you'd say, well, yes, it fits into those 2 categories, so it should be a red card. But I think this might be, I don't know, I wonder if it falls into one of them where it's like, oh, we don't want to re-referee the game, because this is now a thing, isn't it? Are you taking autonomy away from referees? But they tend not to. Unless it's really, really serious. This was serious. They tend not to. If they've given a yellow, you have to more or less like chin someone for them to say, no, go and change that to a red.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what was said, and I don't know why he didn't go and have a look at it.
When we were on the cop, literally everyone was like, oh yeah, he's getting sent off for this. The moment the V.A.R thing come up, we were all like, absolutely 100% he's getting sent off for this. I was so shocked when he never. It's just ridiculous.
And what's interesting is that he was their best player, I thought, Jamie, as well. I thought he was brilliant all game. He was the one every time. He was really, really, really good. And if they go down that they can't play the way they were playing with 10, I don't think you can have the high line with 10, because there's 2 Liverpool will be able to knock it around. There would be more space for Alexander-Arnold, for example, and Jones to get on the ball, because they'd have had to throw someone in a centre-back. They'd have effectively went 4-4-1, and there would have been space for Liverpool to play out a bit more and get in. It was a big decision, like I say. We'll talk about the goal in a moment, but I think this one's almost worse. Like there's an air of subjectivity to the goal. Did he kick it? Did he mean it? Did he not?
Yeah.
There can't be no subjectivity. The fella got wellied in the chest, like, and it's not like, I think if Tyrone Mings is clear on the ball and then his toe catches Gakpo on the follow through, but it's full studs. It's I can't, if that isn't danger in a player, kicking a man with your studs in the heart.
Yeah.
What is dangerous? I can't get my head around it.
He's made a decision here that I'm going to get to this ball and I don't care about whatever happens after that. And you can't do... There was one in the Euros last year of... I can't even remember who it was, but so I was looking at it going, was that harsh? And like, no, because someone made actually a really good challenge of like a bouncing ball, but as the foot came down, it could have broken a fella's leg because his foot... I can't even remember what game it was. And originally I was thinking like, but he's cleared the ball. It's like, yeah, but he's cleared the ball knowing he's going to crash into someone, and you can't make these decisions. You've got to... Some of the high foots now, I think, do get silly when there's a fella who like leans down to head the ball and his head's like 2 foot off the ground. You think, is that a high foot? But they were both like jumping. It's I don't know. I can't.
It should have been a red card. Shouldn't it? There's no other way around it. I can't believe it wasn't. Right then, the next big decision was not much later. Was the disallowed goal, and I'll come to you on this one. So. The general gist on this one is Virgil van Dijk is offside when Luis Diaz nods the ball back because it's deemed that Concert, as the ball ricocheted off Concert and went back into Van Dijk, it was deemed that Concert never meant that. It was an unintentional deflection and therefore it's offside. My rebuttal to that would be, he fucking tries to kick the ball.
He does. He moves his left leg towards it. He literally, I've watched the replay of it so many times trying to understand. Even literally, he moves his left leg towards it. He does it intentionally. He's literally watching the ball and then he knocks it with his foot. You can see that happening, and it frustrates me so much to think about that. And then it's just ridiculous. And then they send him to the screen to look at it. Yeah. What the hell? Like as this happened in V.A.R. before, where they've went the screen over an offside.
I've seen it.
Have I seen it before?
Not rare.
I don't think I've seen
very,
it.
very rare because I've seen a lot of people fuming.
Not for Gakpo getting his boot, like a boot scratched down his chest, but he'll go and see whether that was intentional or not. And it was, and it winds me up.
What I don't get, Jamie, is that it was deemed by the linesman, the linesman seen that and deemed, whatever, that he knows what's happened. You think he knew what happened. I don't think it's obvious that he didn't mean to kick it because the goal, we've got to be careful here, the goal was given on field.
Yeah.
So there has to be irrefutable evidence that the goal shouldn't be given.
Yeah.
Usually when you draw the lines, that's offside. It's offside or he's not. This is, the evidence is the goal was given and then they've asked him to check, did he mean to play that ball deliberately? Yeah. I don't think you can say categorically that Concert did or didn't mean to hit that ball. It looks more like he did because he does swing his left leg at it. This is what I don't understand about the whole process, is that you can't know for sure. How can you rule out a goal on your guess? You're guessing. He sees one little stupid angle of it. There must be 100 angles of that from everywhere. He doesn't see. We see what he sees. Yeah. That's what annoyed me about it, is that if you think it's just hit him and bounced to Van Dijk, then he's offside. But you didn't think that at the time because you give the goal.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in that footage that shows he definitely didn't mean it. It's not just bounced off his chest. It hasn't just hit him on the leg. He moves his leg towards the ball. Like, again, this is where the process of V.A.R. baffles me. I can't get my head around it. I've got no issue with him going to the monitor because this guy thinks, I'm not sure if he meant that or not.
Yeah.
But there's no way the ref can be sure when he goes over. What it should be is, I don't know. We have to stick with what we've got.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what. Would you agree, or am I getting this completely wrong?
I think the only occasions in which someone couldn't be deemed to, say a ball comes over your head and you miss a header and then it gets headed onto the back of your head or your back and falls to someone who's offside. There's nothing you can do about that. Or if we're literally a yard away and a shot or a head or whatever bounces off a person and then goes to someone who's offside, the fact that he's running towards the ball, I just think, look at his stride pattern. Like, and then for one particular stride, his left leg starts going all skew-if. It's like he's just all of a sudden developed a mad run. If that's what they're saying, isn't it? Like, he's running perfectly normally, and then for one of the strides, his left leg just juts out because he wasn't trying to play the ball. He was just trying to just run. Like, Yeah, I couldn't get that. Even
He just turned it to a Monty Python sketch.
yeah, but exactly,
for
just for one step. Like, even, you know, our mate, the esteemed Peter Walton, didn't get why it wasn't being given. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's the clear and obvious error thing now, and they didn't, like, it wasn't a clear and obvious decision, so I just don't understand it.
Again, back to the reverse of the offside thing is, once they get told you need to look at this, it's almost like, oh, someone's made a mistake. Like, you're very, you know, because a referee, if someone, like, in an extreme circumstance, went up and punched someone and the ref gave a yellow and they said you need to look at it, the ref could go, well, I don't think it's a red. Even if it's the stupidest, even if it's the most obvious decision in the world, the ref should still, if they think something that nobody else in the world thinks, they should have the power to do that. But it's almost like, once they get told you need to look at the monitor, then they're looking for any reason to overturn it, because they don't want to make the mates in Stockley Park look like divvies now. It's, you know,
yeah, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolute nonsense. Can't believe that was another poor decision.